Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for a Saturday 12:30 watch along. It's Huddersfield versus Coventry. A lot of you asked me for a Saturday super stream today. I've got to go to work at about 2:30, so we're going to do the watch along of this game, and then I'm done until tomorrow. So hopefully we can all enjoy the next couple of hours together. Watching Huddersfield and Coventry. I'm sure a few of you are going to be looking at Manchester City Wolves. If you are, stick with us and keep us updated on that one. 2 games kicking off early in English football. Let me know if you can see me, hear me loudly and clearly. I can see plenty of you in the chat there. Do say hello. As you can see today, we are very, very lucky to be sponsored by Betfair and Football 365 for this one. Of course, Football 365 provides all of my writing for the Championship, and our match preview is up there already, a tactical preview of this one. Lewis O'Brien and Matt Godden are the players to watch in that preview. We'll have a look at their prices on Betfair, actually, before we kick off. And special focus on Huddersfield and set plays. And a bit of chat about both of these teams, just dipping down ever so slightly. Do let me know how you think this one's going to go. Just quickly, we've got a poll going on YouTube. 50% think away win. So heavily behind Coventry in that poll. 26% home win, 22% scoring draw. And the one none of us want, 3% goalless draw. There. Let's say some highs to Lee, John Wayne, Stephen. We're going to talk about Luca in just a second. Peanuts, QPR forever. Lenny, about to head to go and see Hull. I'll tell you what we'll do at halftime. We'll have a look through this afternoon's fixtures, get all your thoughts. Vinny, good luck, fella. Play up Sky Brews. Bad Nash, I love your stream of the Norwich lad. Yeah, he's a good lad, Hodgie, isn't he? Welcome. TD5 3-1 Cov, welcome Jay as well. I'm very well, thank you. I say I'm very well. My neck's hurting again, but woof. There you go. We will continue. Right, before we look at the teams, we must, and I just mentioned Stephen, we must say a big thank you to Stephen and Luca. Stephen, his dad, Luca, his son. Luca is our fan sponsor for our Championship watch-alongs this season. Football is nothing without fans. I'm nothing without football. We thank Stephen and we thank Luca as well. And they're going to be hoping for a favourable result for their team, Stoke, this weekend. So thank you very much, the Bentley boys. And if you want to get involved, you can. Everything will always be free here on YouTube. But if you want to come and hang out on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Q&A's there, a bit more long form than, the 10-second answer I give to everything on here with the chat moving very quickly. And roundtables as well. They seem to be very, very popular. Obviously, please hit like if you're watching. I'm sure you've all hit subscribe already. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. Most importantly, though, interact, get your comments in on the game and anything else, really, that you want to talk about. Afternoon to Jake as well. That is the state of play in the table. So Coventry have dropped down to 7th. You can see 3 draws and a defeat in a row there. It's only 3 points in the last 4. Coventry have been pretty much in 4th place for a fair wee while, hadn't they? A little bit of a drop off for the Sky Blues. Same for Huddersfield. And I wrote in my piece, the end of October, I think, maybe beginning of October, I can't remember which. They're 4th and 5th in the table, these two. So both maybe getting themselves into lofty positions and dropping off ever so slightly. Although I'd be pretty happy I'd be very happy if I was a Coventry fan in 7th. I'd be pretty happy if I was a Huddersfield fan in 11th. So big picture, they're not doing too badly. However, both these managers here, Corberon and Robbins, are going to be hoping that today is the win and things start to trend back up. Let's have a look at the teams. So for Huddersfield, I don't think SofaScore have got this right. That looks like a 3 at the back for Huddersfield. So I'm going to assume it is and tell you what I think it's going to be rather than what they're suggesting. I don't see Matty Pearson playing right back. He might do. Who knows? Lee Nichols in goal. I think that's a back three of Coyle, Lees and Pearson. Shuffle them all along a little bit to the left. Toffolo, left wing back. Thomas, right wing back. High and O'Brien, who's our one to watch in central midfield. Holmes, Karoma and Ward. Remember, Holmes can play number 10 or wide as well. So if they are going with wing backs, then that wouldn't be too narrow, would it? A number 10 and 2 up top. We'll see. We'll see at kickoff in the first few minutes what Corberon is going with there. Quick look at the Huddersfield bench. Schofield, Ruffles, Sarr, Turton, Russell, Campbell, and the returning Jordan Rhodes, as the Huddersfield Twitter was very keen to point out. For Coventry, Moore in goal, Hyam, McFadzean, and Rose. No Matson. It's Kane and Darbo, who are both right backs, but one or other will be over at left back. We'll find out, won't we? Kelly and Sheaf. O'Hare, Allen and Godden. Whether Allen kind of drops in more midfieldy and O'Hare's supporting Godden. Gyökeres out, basically, not scoring on the bench. Wilson, Matson, Eccles, Jones, Shipley and Gyökeres. Walker also on the bench. Let me know your thoughts on that. Jay, am I right in saying Coventry haven't spent much money put together a decent squad? You are indeed. Vinny is probably one of our most sensitive supporters. He doesn't like anyone saying anything about Coventry. No one said that's bad, Vinny. Coventry have dropped to 7th. That is an actual statement of fact. Nobody said it's bad. I think you heard me say I'd probably be quite happy with that as a Coventry fan. So, and that's bad. That question has utterly no relevance to anything anybody said in the stream or anything that's come out of my mouth. Vinny, we love to talk about Coventry, but buddy, you get so sensitive with everything we say. Please leave your bias at the door. Not everybody is having a pop at your team, Vinny. But keep commenting, but try not to take it all quite so personally, my friend. There we go. Lol. Good luck. Good luck to Coventry and Huddersfield today. Let's just go over and have a look and see what our sponsors, Betfair, are saying. And Huddersfield 7-. Oh, look, right down the middle. Huddersfield 7-4 and Coventry 7-4. They can't call it, can they? Completely even money there. 2-1 for the draw. A few to pick out there on the odds boost. Huddersfield to win and both teams to score 5-1. Jordan Rhodes' first goal. That seems very unlikely with him on the bench, but there you go. Coventry to win 2-1 has been pushed out to 12-1 as well. Do go and, whatever your tipple is, head over to betfair.com, who we are very, very happy to have as our sponsors. But I am duty bound to say, if you do, keep it fun. Only gamble what you can afford to lose. Please gamble responsibly. BeGambleAware.org. Coventry and Blackburn have surprised me so far. Yeah, they've been very good indeed. Vinny, hooked. There you go. Why am I watching the Championship when I'm a Leeds fan? You love it, TD5, don't you? You can't keep away. We've still got a great number of Leeds supporters following the channel, especially on the Dearly Departed show. Liam, 3-2 Coventry. That sounds fun to me. I endorse that fully. No offense, Huddersfield fans, but it's Ben's great content right now. I think it's the football that pulls people in, but there we go. Yeah, absolutely, Jay. If you're going to have a bet, it's supposed to be fun. Don't let it get out of hand, of course. Also, avoid betting on Birmingham to win. Get any questions you've got coming in. We are about 5 minutes from kickoff, which does give us the opportunity. We've got a bit of time. Let's have a look at today's fixtures. We've done all of our preview and our predictions, but just a quick, by way of reminder, we'll have a quick little run through. You can give me your thoughts on any of this stuff in the comments. So Huddersfield Coventry, you can see, is the early kickoff. Scroll your eyes right down to the bottom. Sheffield United QPR Monday night. We'll be watching along that one as well. Come and join us for that. Looking forward to some more Monday night football. We will do the review show ahead of Sheffield United QPR. That'll be at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Do get a few people moaning that we're not covering every single game, but I'm not going to wait till Tuesday to do the review show. And let's be honest, people moan about anything we do on YouTube. That's just the way of the world, I'm afraid. Birmingham, Cardiff today. Bournemouth, Blackburn. That looks good fun, doesn't it? Bournemouth up in second, Blackburn in good form. Derby versus Blackpool. Blackpool, like Coventry and Huddersfield, have had a little bit of a drop down the table. Hull and Bristol City, interesting one. That one, both looking to push away from the bottom six. Bristol City's home form, Hull's general form has been good. Is there an argument for either of them there? I know Bristol City are playing away. Luton versus Fulham. Well, wherever Fulham go, eyes on them. High scorers. Can Luton take something out of them? Peterborough versus Millwall. God, Peterborough and Barnsley, we're really starting to worry about now. They're getting cast adrift, aren't they? Preston played Barnsley. Welcome Ryan Lowe to the madhouse, of course. Manchester City and Wolves just about to kick off. Let me just run you through this. Edison, Zinchenko, Laporte, Diaz, Cancelo, Silva, Rodri, Gundogan, Sterling, Grealish and Jesus. Grealish playing number 9 again for Wolves. Sarr, Kilman, Cody, Saiz, Nori, Semedo, Neves, Moutinho, Dendonka, Traore and Jimenez. Let me know if you're watching that one in the Premier League. Keep us updated with what's going on. Sky have indeed gone for the 3-5-2 that we suggested it probably would be today. Stoke versus Borough. Wilder on back-to-back wins there, but Stoke, really good win at QPR last week, wasn't it? Swansea versus Forest is Steve Cooper's return down to Swansea, having left their managerial post in the summer. West Brom versus Reading. It's a good weekend for West Brom last week, wasn't it? With the top two drawing against one another and the Baggies winning. They'll hope to continue things, but they do need Fulham and Bournemouth to let up, or at least one of them, so they can close that gap up. At the moment, bit of a gap between second and third, bit of a gap between 22nd and 21st as well. Right, looks like we are about to go in this one. Keep your comments coming through. It's Huddersfield versus Coventry. Let's stick 0-0. Oh dear, I've done that really badly. Let's have another go at that. Trying to do 10 things at once. Bosh. There it is. We'll stick a 0-0 up there. I'm just going to bang through the teams one more time so everyone knows where we are. We're probably, Sky normally kick off bang on time, so we're probably a little bit, I think the players are out there early and they're going to have a little wander around first. There we go. Nichols in goal for Huddersfield. Assume it's a back three of Coyle, Lees and Pearson. Ignore that team shape there. Toffolo and Thomas wing-backs. High and O'Brien. Centre mid, Holmes, Karoma, Ward. Up top for Coventry, Moore in goal. High McFadden and Rose. Kane and Darbo. Kelly Sheaf. O'Hare, Allen and Matt Godden. Up top in our Football 365 article, O'Brien, player to watch for Huddersfield. Godden was the player to watch for Coventry. Let's have a quick look here. Dave's volunteered to play wing-back for QPR. Doesn't look like Coventry have got one today as well. Yes, Ipswich Barrow on TV in midweek. I wonder, Jay. Do you know what? My calendar looks open. We could even watch along that one. You'll get the pain of me watching Ipswich. We're about to kick off by the look of it. 30 quid for TD5 for a Wolves win. Good luck with that one. Man City are obviously very good, aren't they? If you want to put a bet on 0-0 for Forest and Swansea, of course, I should put our sponsor back up. I'll get in trouble for that. Do it over at Betfair. The players in their own way, and we respect everybody's choice, either kneel or stand together against all forms of discrimination, and we have kicked off. I'm watching on a Sky TV feed. If you're watching on Now TV, Sky Go, Smart TV, any kind of app, you might be slightly out of kilter with me here, so we will do your time sync. We'll try and do it after 1 minute. Maybe pause me, pause your coverage, whichever one's ahead. I know YouTube puts a bit of a delay on me as well. Sheaf has committed a foul after 25 seconds. So there's a couple more comments to read out here. Oh dear, William's got COVID. I hope you're okay, buddy, and it's not too much of a struggle. Enjoy your isolation, and let's hope you don't get anywhere near that hospital, fella. Best of luck to you. Right, the ball is back with Simon Moore, who goes long for Coventry, nodded away by Coyle. All very messy so far. No more than about three passes strung together. They've kicked off at the Etihad as well. And we are go for our Saturday football in the English leagues. Don't worry, Ben. Being a Blues fan, I feel your Ipswich pain. Yeah. At least you've been in the Premier League, and Birmingham won a cup, didn't they, as well? So it could be worse. Hey, I'll stop the pity party there. Kelly knocks that to the side, launched forward by Todd Kane, who is indeed playing right back. So it looks like Darbo's playing left back, contrary to what SofaScore had said. He'll have to look after Sorba Thomas on the other side. So we were trying to figure out who would play which side for Coventry. Darbo is playing left wing back. Oh, here comes Todd Kane right down the right hand side. He's got to the byline. Kane crosses in. O'Brien, right place, right time. And he's going to try and launch a counter for Huddersfield. Josh Caroma, nice back heel by O'Hare. Here's Kane. So Coventry the first to sort of get going in this one. Nice work to get Kane down the side. Did he want a little dink over there, given how close he was in? Easy for me to say with hindsight, isn't it? But crowded box. Was the cutback really going to get through? I don't know. Stefan, what a legend. $5 on the Super Chat. Up at 4:30 a.m. on a freezing morning in California, there we go, to watch uninspiring football by Huddersfield. The lot of a Huddersfield Town fan in the US. Well, thank you so much, Stefan. Give us your insight at 4:30 a.m. there. Here's Kane. Crosses in. Oh, headed goalwards. Good climb that by Matt Godden. He certainly gives up a little bit of height to that back three of Huddersfield, but he climbed well. Kane has started pretty efficiently. Not too sure about Nichols' position in the goal there. He had both feet behind his line there. Not leaving himself much room for error there, but he makes the gather easily. So Coventry, the better side in this first 3.5 minutes, although looks like a foul by Kelly on O'Brien. Adrian, no watch along at 3 from me today, I'm afraid, buddy. I'm off to work at 2:30. I've got to drive to Oxford Street. That's going to be fun on a Saturday in December, isn't it? Goodness me. We'll leave ourselves plenty of time. Don't worry. Coventry, we're just trying to play out from the back, in fact. Hyam knocks it back home. Long clearance, headed back by Matty Pearson. Good header there, actually. Here's Thomas. Darbo gets goal side. Thomas has run that out of play. No real hint of a foul by Darbo there. That looks like it's going to be a Coventry throw-in. It's Darbo who's deputising at left wing-back today. Iain Mattheson is on the bench. The sort of first choice left wing-back there. Got himself sent off in, I can't remember which game it was. Someone will tell me in the chat. Darbo seems to have kept the shirt down that side. We often see fullbacks switching over, swapping sides. I remember Dennis Irwin was the master of that, the old Man United player, wasn't he? Cleared onto Danny Ward there by Rose. And that is going to be another goal kick for Coventry. Matty, updated predicted table around Christmas. We can do. I do feel that's cheating doing it halfway through the season. But yeah, we can certainly, everyone loves me to react to my dreadful predictions at the start of the season, hey? Here is Kelly. Knocks that in long, looking for Godden to make the chase. That's going to go all the way through. Just shepherded back by Tom Lees. And Huddersfield are going to clear that long. Nichols pumping it towards Thomas. Darbo wins the header easily. There's a nice ball into the channel. O'Hare holds it up well. You'd imagine O'Hare always technically good. First touch, knocks it off. Darbo. Oh, nice ball in low. Knocked off. This is a great move by Coventry. The shot comes in from Sheaf. Really well worked, actually. I was expecting just a standard ball into the box there when O'Hare knocked it off. Darbo cuts it back. Lovely little knock-off by Matt Godden. It's a dreadful shot by Sheaf, which did not match the build-up there in the slightest. But, yeah, Coventry are showing more here, especially when they've got the wing-backs forward. Kane and Darbo both getting involved high up the pitch. Remember, the plan will be for Toffolo and Thomas to do that for Huddersfield. So at the moment, the battle of the wing. Oh, here's Ward. Ward into the box. Can he get the shot off? He goes down. It's a corner. He's looking a bit optimistically there for a penalty. The tackle does kind of come in from the wrong side, but it looks more a block than a foul. And it looks like Ward, yeah, he just has a rubbish first touch. Another look at that. Everything looks bad in super slow motion. Darbo is the wrong. No, he slips over, doesn't he? Ward. That is not a foul where I come from, but it is a corner to Huddersfield. And remember, nobody has scored more goals from set pieces this season than Huddersfield, and Sorba Thomas has got a hell of a lot of assists as well. So, danger, danger. Those Coventry fans behind the goal will all know those stats. In it comes. They've dealt with the first one, though. Flicked away. There's the recycle. Karoma, edge of the box. Holmes has had to knock it back into O'Brien, who's virtually on halfway. Coventry push out. High knocks it out to Thomas in another wing position. He's one-on-one with Kane, who's ended up over at left back. Thomas floats the cross in, and Darbo just swapped sides there. The two wing backs, Darbo deals with it. O'Brien, they're trying to keep the pressure on, doing a fairly good job of it here, Huddersfield. Toffolo crosses in, easy chest down by McFadzean. Kelly hooks clear, and Coventry win it back there. Godden, good play, sneaks in. And the ball is going to go, I thought it was going to go long, actually. Not quite so. McFadzean knocked into midfield. Lovely ball through the lines there. And here comes Allen. Darbo. Have they completely swapped sides now, Darbo and Kane? Or are they going to switch back when they actually get an opportunity? I think they might have swapped sides like 8 minutes into the game here. We'll keep an eye on that. Here is O'Brien. Why are my dogs barking? Sorry if you can hear them in the background. Probably some poor Amazon delivery guys dared to walk past the window. And the ball goes dead. There was a long phase of play that. A couple of Huddersfield set plays. Darbo and Kane have literally just swapped back now. Looks like Mark Robinson trusts them to move as they wish. 0-0 at the Etihad. Bernardo Silva just puts that one over the top. He's been sticking everything in the top corner of late, hasn't he? Liam, I put Forest in the playoffs for Middlesbrough. We climbed for both, but look fairly well resourced, those two. Mattheson sent off against Bristol City, yes, indeed, and not found his way back into the side yet. Jay, have you heard the rumours that Newcastle are looking at Pedersen? No, I haven't, but good player, can play centre-back or full-back, good physicality. Newcastle haven't got very good defenders. Works for me, doesn't it? Luke, I hope you're well. I'm okay, Luke. My neck's hurting a bit, but I don't want to whine about that. If Neil Harris ends up our new manager, how would you feel about it? I would get behind it, obviously. I thought the squad was built for Paul Cook, but look, it's very hard as an Ipswich fan who's seen my team finish fifth in the Premier League to understand that Neil Harris finished fifth in the Championship and Ipswich haven't got anywhere, haven't finished up there since, 2005. So I'd get behind him. I can see how some fans would not, but yeah, I don't know what their expectations for who we're going to get are when we're marooned in League One. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Coventry just playing it about the back. 11 minutes gone. Hyam at right centre back knocks that forward long. They've kind of won the flick on there. O'Hare tries to keep it in. O'Hare thinks it's a corner, and then he thinks it's a foul. He just wants the ball any way he can get it here. Let's have a look. So it went in long. Who's it come off? It comes off the Coventry man, Kane. Did he get fouled? To be honest, he probably did. That probably was a foul by Coyle there. Just doesn't appear to be trying to head the ball. Just jumps into the back of... here comes Dwayne Holmes. Dwayne Holmes down the... Karoma, down the left into the box and cut out. Cleared there. Coyle, another of these very good Chelsea youngsters. He's like 18 as well. They've got so many in terms of that youth set up there at Chelsea, haven't they? Some brilliant players come through there now. Here's Kane. Kane against Toffolo. Kane, that's a better cross, isn't it? No one on the back post there. There's one for you two up-fronters. You would have liked that cross with two strikers in there. Here is Allen. Darbo. He's going to cross it right-footed. No, he's not. Sticks it back to Kelly. Kelly shoots from miles out. A very, very low percentage chance there. Easy catch. I still have Coventry edging this, I have to say. Not edging this. I think they're the better side, aren't they? Getting the wing-backs forward. I'm just thinking about Toffolo, the left wing-back for Huddersfield. Barely into the game, although here he is on the ball right now. Toffolo tries to slip through. That's very good defending by Hyam. It's good physicality there. Just bumps up and shoulders. I think it's Coyle, actually. Got all the way forward from left centre-back. Really good play, actually. Very Chris Wilder-looking move. No, it wasn't at all. It's just a... Sorry, I've done something I hate there. Every time someone sees a centre-back forward, they think it's Chris Wilder, but it really wasn't. He just literally ran out of defence with it rather than any kind of strategic move to, get an overload, which is what Wilder did very cleverly. My apologies for anyone upset at that besmirching of Chris Wilder's brilliantly innovated Sheffield United system there. There's a big switch of play there. Here comes Kane again. He's really filling his boots here. Kane into the box. So Kane whips it across. Goodness me. Darbo's going to keep it in. I'm not sure Nichol's got a touch. Darbo's going to cross in and Toffolo heads it out. And Coventry are on top here, aren't they? They'll think that they should be taking the lead at some point in this half. Look at that for a pass. A brilliant ball there from Rose all the way out to Kane. This is a good ball by Kane. Yes, it is touched by Nichols. Darbo, I say, keeps it in. The ball clearly went out, didn't it? I mean, it would have been a corner, but linesman's on the other side and didn't see it. In comes the corner and headed out. I suppose Coventry will argue that... they had a very dodgy-looking goal given against them from West Brom last week, where the ball basically hit Kipre's hand and then bounced off McFadzean and went in, didn't it? But there we go. Let's not get into refereeing calls. What I will say, and I don't know if you guys would agree here, Coventry are the better side, and Kane is probably the standout attacking threat at the moment. O'Brien, that one hit his hand, not deliberate, cleared. Ward hooks that over his shoulder and headed back by Hyam and booted clear. Both these teams like a late goal, maybe the same today as on the cards. Kane end product's been. I don't know if I agree, Liam. The first couple, he's had a few goes, hasn't he? I think the last 2 crosses from Kane have been decent. The one onto the back post there, where it's a good area. That one looked dangerous and had Nichols sprawling. He certainly, if he gets one on point here, you think Coventry are going to take the lead in this. Ben Brereton, Diaz to Brighton for 20 million. That would feel a very Brighton signing, wouldn't it? See what happens in January on that. Toffolo knocks that one inside to Coyle. Huddersfield do look like they've gone to a back 4. I don't know whether they've changed or it's just a temporary phase of play. Have a look at that. Maybe Corberon is not happy with what's going on down that right-hand side. Yeah, it does look like a back 4 now, and Sorba Thomas has gone further forward. So, looks like Corberon's tried to do something in terms of covering that side of the pitch. Am I right? Hard to say, actually. And keep our eye on that. Here's High. That's a lovely ball. O'Brien drives forward. O'Brien, good ball again there. Toffolo puts it in. Ward! Oh, lovely goal. That's a brilliant goal by Huddersfield. Brilliant finish by Ward. O'Brien puts the cross in. Really, really good goal, that. Where did that come from? High played a lovely ball through the lines. O'Brien onto Toffolo. Crossed it in. Everything about that was really, really good. Let's have another look. Goes into High in midfield. Touch. Lovely ball through the lines there. O'Brien drives forward. 3 touches. Look at this from Toffolo. Perfect cross. It's a brilliant goal from Huddersfield. They've not really been the better side in this game at all. But they've got the lead on 18 minutes. Ward is the goal scorer. Huddersfield 1, Coventry 0. And Coventry, it's against the run of play, but it's by far the best bit of quality in the game. And I think we've got an early contender for our goal of the round there. That's just superb from Huddersfield. And Mark Robbins will be thinking, well, we're on top. They've put one bit of quality together and scored from it. 1-0 Huddersfield. We'll get your thoughts on that. Great team goal. Would you believe it? Absolutely. Lovely goal. Really lovely goal. Huddersfield 1, Coventry 0. Dave, would that 20 million get reinvested in the team at Blackburn? Not all of it, would it? I think I know where you're going with that. What a goal. Fair play. Huddersfield, nice goal. It's a bit out of keeping with the way they've played so far. I'm not saying they played badly, but we've not seen any signs of that. But obviously the quality of the vertical passing, and then from the moment it leaves O'Brien's foot, it's lethal from Toffolo. And oh, that's one high up the pitch. Huge chance for O'Hare. Oh, that's poor. They're trying to play out from the back there. Really, really big opening for Callum O'Hare. He's tried to chip the keeper and he's basically clipped it straight into his hands. Best chance of the game for Coventry. Oh, he's got so much more time than he thinks. Matt Godden holds his head. Godden's onside, and they can see. Here come Coventry again, by the way. Completely open, deflected shot, saved. Yeah, Coventry will probably think they should have equalised there. They win it high up the pitch. Here's the next chance for Godden, which was straight at the keeper. But O'Hare should have done better with that one, shouldn't he? Huddersfield 1, Coventry 0. But good stuff, this. Good game. Open now. Coventry are just up the intensity, having gone a goal behind. They weren't playing badly, I have to say, but it's a real bit of quality for the Huddersfield goal. Holmes goes... Oh, goodness me. Karoma... Why do I keep getting mixed up between Karoma and Holmes? Idiot. It's just like a 50-50 challenge, and the ball flies towards the goal. To be fair to Moore, I think he's got it covered. But from the camera angle we got from the hard cam, in the stand just flies wide of the post. Stephen. Lovely super chat, Stephen. Setting off to the stadium whose name you cannot say. Understandably so, Stephen. And thank you to the shout out to our sponsors, Betfair. Let's call it the Betty. Have a good show. Up the M Potter. Thank you, Stephen. You're absolute legend. He helps the channel out so much. Hopefully, at some point, we'll get a chance to meet the lovely Luca as well, Stephen's son. But thank you so much, Stephen, for the super chat. And yes, I'm not allowed to say the name Stoke Stadium. We're just trying to make a living, all right? Thank you again, Stephen. So kind. Some lovely people supporting our ventures here. Darbo knocks that one inside. Darbo gets it back off Sheaf. Darbo back to Sheaf to Kelly. Huddersfield back in shape. Kane knocks it back. Kelly. Coventry moving the ball fairly nicely. Where's the key pass? They've got to engineer the opening, haven't they? O'Hare, he'd be the guy you think is able to play it. He should have equalised O'Hare, shouldn't he? Or at least done better with the chance he got where he tried to chip the keeper. O'Hare. Kelly. It's all in front of Huddersfield here. Sheaf, nice little ping out to Darbo. Darbo's going to try and run Thomas. Thomas and Darbo come together. Good physicality there between both, actually. Sheaf. Loads of possession here for Coventry. O'Brien just nicks that one off Kelly. O'Brien reverse ball to Holmes, and Huddersfield finally have won it back, and pretty sensibly Sorba Thomas just knocks that back in to the keeper there, Nichols. Thomas now chasing down the line again, but that's going to be easy for Rose. We are halfway through the first half, 23 gone. Huddersfield 1, Coventry 0. On the balance of play, Coventry have been the better side, but an absolutely clinical move by Huddersfield to allow Ward to score the opening goal. Here's Sheaf. Huddersfield, just in the last 2 minutes, they moved back about 5 metres, haven't they? They just started standing off, I think. That may be part of the game plan now and hit on the break. It's up to Coventry to get the next goal, isn't it? That one's poked through. Is Gordon going to get there? No, Coyle is quick enough and gets that clear. Let's just go and check in with our sponsors, Betfair, and see where they're going with this one now. Obviously, going to be a big swing in the odds. So Huddersfield now 11-20. So Huddersfield odds on now to win this with the lead. The draws have gone out to 11-4 from 2-1. Coventry are now 11-2 to win it. I think a lot of people were interested in that before the game. If you're feeling brave, it's swung from 7-4 to 11-2 now for Coventry to come back and win this. Lee Nichols is sat on his backside. I don't know if he's hurt himself, the Huddersfield keeper. Little wink at the physio. I don't know if that means I'm okay. Pretend to treat me for a few minutes. We'll just kill the atmosphere. I'm not alleging that at all. I'm just saying he winked at him. That's all. Schofield warms up the reserve keeper. True legend, Stephen Bentley. Absolutely. Surely Huddersfield aren't parking the bus. No, they're not parking the bus as such, Jay, but they're obviously, I think there's the cliche, there's most danger when you've just scored and the other team all comes onto you. They've just dropped off a little bit into a slightly more defensive shape, closer to the goal. But no, I'm not suggesting that they're parking the bus yet. That may come later in the game. 25-32 on the clock. The stoppage there was for Nichols in goal. He had something in his eye. Well, there you go. Blinking it out. Diag there, headed out by Dom Hyam. It's going to be a throw-in to Huddersfield on the left wing. Toffolo. Karoma. Nice feet by Karoma. He just got caught there. Looked like a foul. Ref's not giving anything there. Karoma goes all the way through. Referee today. Who's the ref, guys? Anyone know? It's not coming up on SofaScore. My knowledge of referees is not good enough to identify him by sight. Anyone know the ref? Here come Coventry on transition. Luke, I remember watching Sorba Thomas at Boreham Wood. Did you? Was he good? Did he stand out? Interesting. Crazy to see how he's risen quickly up the pyramid. Wasn't there someone else who was at Boreham Wood at the same time as Sorba Thomas who's in the Championship now? I can't think who it is. There is somebody, isn't there? Someone will tell us in the chat. A vintage Boreham Wood team. When I lived in London Colney, we used to drive into Boreham Wood. There was like a shopping outlet thing, and you could pick up a lot of clothes for not a lot of money. Here come Huddersfield with Sorba Thomas. It's knocked back. Yeah, can't get the counter on. Across it goes to Toffolo on halfway, the left back. O'Brien back to Toffolo, inside to O'Brien. Huddersfield, they're just inviting the press now to just, hopefully play through it. That's exactly what they did for the goal, didn't they? Vinny, chance taking has become a bit of an Achilles heel for us at the moment. Agreed, Vinny. And Kadui Gyökeres starting scoring again. But I think, Vinny, you'd agree, Coventry haven't played badly in this game. And it's one real bit of quality from Huddersfield for the goal, isn't it? But that's the game, isn't it? That's the game. Joshua Smith, Mr. J. Smith. New one on me, guys. Anyone aware of this ref? I don't think we've had him before, have we? Referee Smith. J. Smith at the John Smith Stadium. Thanks for the info, though, guys. It's Man City 0, Wolves 0, 28-25 in that one. We're about 10 seconds ahead in the Championship. Ouch. One of the Wolves players, I think it's Killman, is it? Is bleeding profusely. Hopefully he's okay. Here is Hyam, McFadzean. Kelly comes short in midfield to take it off him. Alan. Switch of play looking for Kane, and it's worked again. That's worked a few times. Kane, that's a nice low cross in. Oh, big chance again for O'Hare, and he connects well. It's a good save by Nichols. How many times do we see that go through the keeper's legs? That's very good from Kane this time. His crossing is improving as the game goes on. Another superb switch of play, and that's working so well for Coventry. Lovely cross that. Do I want to pile in on poor old O'Hare? He should have had a goal in this game with those two chances. He can't quite find the corner. It's a nice clean hit, but it is straight at the keeper. And as I say, Nichols does well for that one not to fly through the legs, which we see sometimes. It's good footwork there by Nichols, the keeper. Coventry certainly creating plenty of openings here. Most of them through Todd Kane, the right wing back, it has to be said, as Sorba Thomas. I was going to say something very disparaging about Boreham Wood there, but let's not say that. But the level Boreham Wood play at, that was that type of clearance you might see multiple times a game at that level. Obviously, Sorba Thomas is way above that level, but sometimes you have to stick your foot through it and clear it, don't you? Hoik it clear. Here is O'Hare. Darbo. Allen. O'Hare. Darbo. O'Hare. Kelly. Rose. Rose maybe a little overconfident with his passing there after 2 really good balls out to Kane. He's trying to play a sort of David Silva, Andrea Pirlo type pass to split the defence open there. Didn't quite have it in his locker. They've stopped for ages at the Etihad. Looks like maybe that clash of heads actually between 2 Wolves players. Painful one, hopefully. They're okay. TD5, very nervous for Chelsea Leeds today. Can't see us getting anything. Yeah, hard one. Hard one, that one, isn't it? Watford came close, didn't they, against Chelsea? Still lost. Another one, that'll be on Dearly Departed tomorrow, that game. We'll be speaking about that. Into the box goes Sheaf. Toffolo on the cover. Just going to clear this one up the line. 31:54 on the clock. Huddersfield 1. Coventry 0. Huddersfield with the majority. Coventry with the majority of the play. Huddersfield with the lead. And a very good goal by Huddersfield, it has to be said. Saw Max Kilman play for Maidenhead. Didn't see anything special. Been very good for Wolves, though. Hey, that's what the pros see, Mr. E. They see stuff we don't. Sometimes it's just a bit of a gamble, and it's an inexpensive gamble for a Premier League team, isn't it? If they can take a player, stick them on a couple of years contract for pocket change in their instance, then why wouldn't they do it, hey? And there are other ones, like Sorba Thomas, like Max Kilman, that get through. Long clearance by Huddersfield keeper Nichols. Ward doesn't win that one in the air against McFadzean. He heads it on. Ball's won back by Coventry in central midfield. Godden. Looks like Ruben Neves is having a very severe concussion check here. He looks a little bit groggy. He's nodding. I'm just looking at the Wolves-Man City game. He's nodding along to the doctor, but sometimes these players nod along, say, yeah, I'm fine. And we just hope they are fine. Darbo with the cross there for Coventry that's gone all the way out. Huddersfield restart. O'Brien, lovely feet by O'Brien, just skips past Sheaf. Toffolo, who got the assist for the goal. Some gems in the lower leagues for sure, absolutely. And to think Christian Purslow, well, he let us all down with those comments on the radio, didn't he? I'll come back to that as Thomas puts the cross in. It gets blocked by Darby. It looked like it bounced up and hit Thomas's hand and went out. That might have been a goal kick. It wasn't a deliberate handball, but I thought it came off Thomas last. We'll find out when we see the replay. Christian Purslow coming out and saying everything that's good about English football comes from the Premier League, and half the players in the Premier League all have come through the ladder, haven't they? Deary me. Disappointing comments there. I like Purslow. He was flavour of the month, wasn't he, when he did the explanation after selling Jack Grealish? But there you go. Each to their own. Right, set play for Huddersfield. We've seen this corner before where they all stand outside the back post. And we know the ball's going into the middle, but we don't know which players are going into the middle and who's going to stay on the back post. As I said, no one scored more from set plays than Huddersfield this season. Cardiff are level with them, though, to be fair. In comes the corner. It's gone into the near post. It's worked. Coyle, is still live at the far post. Pearson heads down. Ward volleys. It's blocked. Havoc in the box there. And Ward fouls McFadzean in the end. There was a big chance in there for Coyle, I think, in the middle of all of that. It went to the back post, went to the near post, in fact. flicked on. I say it's a big chance. I'm being unfair to him. It arrives on him at the back post. Can't quite recycle it, but yeah, everyone stands at the back post. I said it's going into the middle. Went into the near post. All sorts of fun and games at Man City Wolves. There's another Wolves player now down, holding their head. I don't know what went on there. I'm going to have a look, actually. Coventry had just got the ball in the right wing area. I'm not seeing any type of foul. Oh, God, there's nothing in it. No, ignore that. Uh, 36-24 gone. Huddersfield 1. Coventry 0. And we're going to get a long throw in from Dwayne Holmes. From that right-hand side. I'll repeat that stat. Nobody has scored more goals from set pieces this season than Huddersfield. The Coventry fans are not very politely telling Holmes to hurry up. Throwing goes to the near post. He's going to come back out to Holmes, who drills the cross in. Coyle, I think, was there, couldn't control it. And there's a big hoik clear. If that had been a better pass there, Godden was 101 with O'Brien. But look, O'Brien, if you're Huddersfield and you want to choose somebody to be one-on-one as the last man, you probably want it to be O'Brien with his sort of physicality and good, tenacious tackling. Pearson. Holmes. High. Lees. Coyle. Bit of steady possession for Huddersfield here, which hasn't always been the case in this half. 40% possession to Huddersfield, 60 to Coventry. In the main, that means 6 out of every 10 passes in this game have been between Coventry players, doesn't it? And here is Rose, who's played a couple of lovely diagonal balls out to Todd Kane from left centre-back position to right wing-back up the pitch. That's worked very well. That's less impressive by Hyam. Tries to play it down the line to Kane, but Toffolo read that one very, very well. Oh, they've won it high up again now. O'Hare's in the box. It's going to break to the edge of the box. 50-50 there. Coyle does well. Again, Coventry getting a decent chance from Huddersfield playing out. It was knocked forward and headed straight back. And O'Hare there, not quite the chance he had where he tried to clip it over the keeper's head, Nichols, but a chance nonetheless. Darbo. Sheaf. O'Hare, is he going to win that? No, he's not. It's good play by Matty Pearson in the centre circle. Thomas chips that down the line. Ward goes too early, checks his run, and then the ball just trickles on through to Simon Moore in the goal. 39-22. On the clock, Huddersfield 1, Coventry 0 in the Premier League. Man City 0, Wolves 0. Is Allen in the midfield for Coventry. Plenty of rotation from Allen and O'Hare, managing to, move fairly nicely laterally across the pitch, picking it up in different pockets there. Switch back out to Allen. O'Hare knocks it back in. Huddersfield just in shape. Sitting in behind the ball. And their shape, Winston back the ball now, and here is Holmes. Holmes goes down the left, and it's about the 5th time I've got Koroma and Holmes mixed up. Idiot. Koroma goes down the left, and Sheaf just wins it off him. And it's out for a throw-in to Huddersfield, which Toffolo is going to take. Toffolo to O'Brien. O'Brien clips it up the line. Karoma, not Holmes. But giving it away. Kane looks to try and angle a long one into Godden. Godden does well. Well worked between Allen and Darbo into O'Hare. Good stuff by Coventry. Sheaf worked out well. This is a lovely move. Kane swings it to the back post. And yeah, that certainly was an occasion where he didn't have his crossing pinpoint. It's been so interesting. You can almost boil this game down to those two fullbacks, wingbacks, Kane and Toffolo. Kane's had about 7 or 8 crossing opportunities, and Coventry haven't scored. And Toffolo feels like he's had 1, and they've scored from it. So in microcosm, it feels like the game is sort of being played out down that side of the pitch, doesn't it? And that extra bit of quality. Okay, the finish was very good from Ward as well. Has paid off for Huddersfield. 42-10 on the clock. Played down the line for Darbo. Darbo to O'Hare on the left wing. Darbo. Bit of a hefty challenge there by Kelly. Kelly apologises. Holmes jumps straight back up. Is he going to get a yellow card from referee Smith for that one? Don't think he is. Nice to see Holmes not making a meal out of it and all the Huddersfield players surrounding the ref. I think that bores all of us. Not great challenge by Kelly, but not every foul has to be a yellow card, does it, for God's sake? Keep your comments coming in. Jay says, the chat is quiet. Keep it moving, you lot. We will get involved as and where we can. Reading them out on the screen. Darbo gets robbed by Holmes. And I think the objective now for Huddersfield is get to half-time 1-0 up. Stay in shape. Don't concede a goal. By the way, speaking of the chat, I'll take a little 2-minute break at half-time, but get some questions in and we can hopefully get some back and forth going over the half-time period. O'Hare is fouled there by Coyle, who's a very aggressive defender, isn't he? I like it. Gets out there, makes tackles, gets touch tight. Here's Darbo. Kelly. Rose to McFadzean. McFadzean, not exactly Rio Ferdinand running out of defence there. It's kind of bobbling along. Never looked like he had control of it, but he got him 10, 15 metres up the pitch, didn't he? 44-26. Won't be much in the way of stoppage time, I wouldn't have thought. 2 minutes tops, might even be a oneer. Watch the 3 come out now, hey? Here is O'Hare. Nice little turn by him. Oh, lovely skill by O'Hare. Kane. That's a nice looking cross, that one. Godden didn't really make too much of a challenge there with Tom Lees. That looks like a foul by... oh, goodness me. 6-1, half a dozen. That's so silly from Kelly. He'd won the ball, but Kelly shoves him over. He's probably going to get booked for that, isn't he? I don't think he can not book him. So silly. Kelly had won that, and they had the advantage going forward, and he just shoves him over. Probably the right call by the ref there. Holmes has come away with it. Holmes went down. Kelly had won it back. Holmes pulls down Kelly, clearly fouls him, and then Kelly shoves him over. He just lost it there for a second, didn't he? Liam Kelly has probably rightly been booked there for shoving Dwayne Holmes over. If he keeps his cool there, Coventry have a counter-attack. And Kelly doesn't have a yellow card. Holmes has also been booked there for the initial foul on Kelly. So a couple of yellow cards to end the half. 2 minutes stoppage time, as we suggested. There might be. I did hedge my bets, didn't I? I said 2 minutes tops. Might be a oneer. Watch the three come out. There you go. Covered all bases with that, didn't I? What is going on at Manchester City? There's a red card has come out for a Wolves player. I've got no idea what's happened. I think Raul Jimenez has been red carded. It might be like dissent or something. I'm just going to have a look at that. Jimenez is unmoved and not leaving the pitch. We're just coming up to the end of stoppage time here. It's a little pull back, I think. I don't know whether that's the second yellow. Oh, and then he doesn't get out of the way from the free kick. Oh, how stupid is that? Yeah, he's clearly not 10 yards away and motions towards the ball. So a very, very silly red card for Raul Jimenez, who's Wolves' best goal scorer in the Premier League. He's been red carded for a silly pullback and then not getting out of the way from the free kick. There we go. Right, it's half time here. Huddersfield 1, Coventry 0. We're going to have to make a very, very clear distinction between the two things I'm going to say. Coventry probably the better side, but Huddersfield are leading, absolutely clinical for the goal. Let's have a quick look at the numbers. Get any questions you've got in for half time. 38 is hidden behind the Betfair sponsor. Then let me drop that down a little bit. Can you see that? There you go. 38% possession for Huddersfield, 62 for Cov. 6 shots to 4 for Cov. 2 corners to 1. Shots inside box, 3 to 2. Certainly in terms of threat, and Todd Kane down that right-hand side seems to have gone more in Coventry's favour, I would suggest, but very, very good for Huddersfield for the goal. High to O'Brien. It's not recurring. High to O'Brien, to Toffolo and Ward. Really good goal by Huddersfield. So, as things stand, that would mean Coventry would be caught up essentially by Huddersfield. Huddersfield go to within a point of the Sky Blues. But obviously Millwall play later. They've got a positive goal difference as well. So a 2-goal win and they could go above both of these sides playing. Middlesbrough would be able to catch Huddersfield, but not Coventry points-wise. And the sides above them, Stoke, QPR, are going to look at putting that gap in. Although tricky games, though, this weekend. QPR got Sheffield United. Blackburn have got Bournemouth. And Stoke have got Borough. So you wouldn't be surprised to see one of those three at least dropping at least some points. I'm not saying they're all going to lose, but I'm not sure they're all going to win, put it that way. Get your questions coming in and we'll take them. I'm just going to take a 2-minute break and just go and grab myself a drink and all that good stuff. I nearly didn't make it back the other day, but Shaylee's not here. Shaylee's gone to collect a new car, which I will tell you all about if you give a crap when we return. So I won't go and talk to her for 10 seconds and end up being 10 seconds late. Right, let me just find wherever the advert is. So don't go anywhere. I'm going to be back in 2 minutes' time. Let's stick that up so everyone knows what's happening if they appear here. And I will see you very, very soon. Back in 2. Get questions in. Don't go anywhere, guys. I mean, you can, but make sure you come back because the stream will be returning in a couple of minutes. If you haven't already and you're not going anywhere, hit subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications on the Benjamin Bloom channel. Like this stream. Keep your comments coming. And if you want, you can give it a share. And what better place to go and share than over on Twitter, where you can find me at Benjamin Bloom. Lots of stuff goes down that feed. And if you ever need to contact me, the DMs are open. Forgive me, it might take a couple of days to get through all of them. At Benjamin Bloom on Twitter. You can also support us over at our Teespring store, www.benjaminbloommerch.store. Don't forget the 2 M's in a row. Buy yourself a t-shirt, a mug, phone case, hoodies, all sorts of good stuff over there. Great way to represent our community over here. If you do get something, make sure you send me a picture. Over on Twitter, in fact, and I will get that retweeted. You can also support over on Patreon, www.patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. A direct way to support my work here monthly. Get yourself a little bit of extra content each month. And thank you to everybody on Patreon. We really could not have got through what has been happening in the world without you. Before we return, get those comments filled up. Questions, topics, etc. And enjoy the rest of the stream. Here we go. There we go. Welcome back, everybody. It is Huddersfield 1, Coventry 0. How do I change the brand on here? There we go. It's the wrong colour now. Wants to be that colour for the watch-alongs. Then you get to see that we are sponsored by Betfair and Football 365 for these watch-alongs. Get your questions in as we get through half-time. We can do a little bit of Q&A. Let's just check in with our sponsors, Betfair, and see what they think in terms of the liabilities in the second half. Huddersfield are now 2-1 on to win this one. Coventry out to 13-2, as you can imagine. Always a good fun one. Next goal, Huddersfield 17-10. Coventry slight favourites there. Are they? No, they're not. Oh, yeah, Coventry, sorry, 10-11. I'm reading the wrong column there. So go and have a look over at betfair.com. Of course, please only gamble what you can afford. Keep it fun. Please gamble responsibly. BeGambleAware.org. 18 plus only. All of that good stuff. Get any questions you've got in via the comments. Will Ben make it back in time? Start the Benny Hill meeting. It is that way, honestly. It is that way, running around the house. Listening. Well, I tried to wrap presents now. New car paying you too much? Absolutely not. So let me tell you the story about the new car. So before we decided to have a baby, Shaylee decided that she wanted to have a Mini, which is fine. She had a Seat for a while. So she wants to have a Mini. So she gets a Mini, and then we, decide that we're going to have a baby and start trying that. Shaylee loves the Mini, then gets pregnant. Then we have baby. And while Shaylee's pregnant, she's looking into car seats for babies. And it turns out it's quite hard to transport a baby around if you've got a Mini. Yes, you can get the car seat into the back, but it's quite difficult getting them in and out. So we're like, I've got quite a long car because I carry pianos around and stuff. So I've got a Passat. So that's all good. Loads of room in there, but it's an automatic. So Shaylee doesn't want to drive my car, so there's no option of that. So we start trying to ferry Enid around in often in Shaylee's Mini, and it's an absolute nightmare. You literally have to put the driver's seat flat down, lean in, you nearly break your back putting her in. That's one thing. Getting her out, so the car seat locks, you have to stick one hand underneath, lift her out with one hand, and you're kind of leaning over there. Absolute nightmare. So Shaylee called up Minnie, and what was the question? This is how I can debunk this. New car paying me too much. For exactly the same finance payments, but on a longer thing, Shaylee can have a 4-door Mini, which is going to save my back, so I'm not leaning over and lifting out a ever-growing, getting heavier baby. So, yes, this new Mini is now being collected. So, no, I'm not being paid too much. It's costing exactly the same to my missus, and it's going to save my back. I'm not going to kill myself trying to get Enid in and out of a car that's not really fit for purpose. The moral of the story is, if you're of a certain age and you're thinking about having a baby, don't buy a Mini. Don't do it. It's a bad idea. Babies and Minis don't mix. There we go. Andrew. Best recent bargains from non-league. For Fulham, it has to be Chris Smalling, who ended up going to Man United not long after for millions more, after 10 grand. Vardy will probably be number one. I suppose with Vardy, although the thing with him is he does go up gradually sort of via Fleetwood, doesn't he? I'd love to know ones that went from sort of non-league, like Smalling, straight into the Premier League. I suppose Sorba Thomas is close, isn't he? He went from non-league straight in there. And Killman was mentioned earlier from Maidenhead. So, yes, indeed. How many of the current top 6 do you reckon will be there at the end? Is a good question. Well, Fulham will still be there. Bournemouth will still be there. And West Brom will still be there. Stoke and QPR, you'd say at least one of those two would. Surely there's an argument for at least 4, possibly 5 of the current top 6. Maximum 2 different teams will get into the top 6. But there we go. Chris, Brereton Diaz to Brighton, your view. I don't know, Chris. Depends on the fee, but we think the fee will be massive. Massive by Championship terms, but not by Premier League terms. And that's a whole other conversation about the cliff edge in wealth between Premier League and Championship. But there you go. The only issue I have, and I've loved the improvement by Ben Brereton Diaz this season. The only issue is he's literally only been good for about 6 months, hasn't he? And I mean, really good. He's been fantastic, hasn't he? And that's not to say he won't now play at that level for the rest of his career. All I would say, the cautionary tale is someone like Scott Hogan, isn't it? Where Hogan had a little purple patch for Brentford, and Villa signed him for what was like Hogan, like 9 million, 8 million or something. And, you know, it didn't really pan out that he maintained that purple patch. So it's all up to Brereton Diaz to maintain the level that he is. And that's the gamble, isn't it? And for 20 million quid, Chris, it feels like a big gamble. It's certainly make a big difference to Blackburn, who banked 28 million for Armstrong earlier in the summer. I think what people forget about Mr. Diaz is that I think he was like 6 million as well. He wasn't cheap. So he's been a bit of a bust up until this season. And yes, he's been absolutely brilliant, hasn't he? So there you go. So the mini car got replaced by a mini human and another mini. Yes, indeed. Only joking, probably. Yeah, I know you are, fella. Now, we had the same with the kids in a Corsa. Need a 4-door car if you're going to have children. That's all I'll say. Stuart Pearce from Wildston. What a signing. What a player. What a career. There you go. Annie, Ben, on Blue Monday, you didn't pause when saying Brereton Diaz. Care to explain? Well, it's a different channel, isn't it, Annie? I don't know whether they get the joke. Whether the joke's even funny or not is open to interpretation. But no, I don't remember doing that, actually. So apologies if I put the pause in. And thank you for checking that out, Annie. Always pause between Brereton and Diaz. Think how much time I've spent this season pausing between those two words. Che Adams only had one good goal scoring season, had a big money move. Yep. That's the gamble, isn't it? And teams like Brighton and Southampton, who signed Che Adams, they want to get in there early. So it's up to them to gamble. It does say everything that's broken about the system at the moment, though, doesn't it? That a lower level Premier League team will take a championship team and give them an amount of money that's massive for the championship team, but just kind of a bit of a gamble for them. And that's okay. So there you go. Agreed, Ben, on Brereton. There we go. Russ, where's the wine? Smashed them all already. Russ, I've got to drive somewhere at 2:30, so I am very much on the Milk and More freshly squeezed orange juice, which is very nice. I have to say. My dentist will probably tell me off for the acidic content of the fresh orange juice, but I'm not feeling great today. I've got another one of my neck hypertension headaches. There we go. So yeah, I'm just trying to get a bit of natural sugar in there. Right, players are all coming out in the second half. Huddersfield 1, Coventry 0. Phil Brereton Diaz is a better all-round prospect than Armstrong. Similar age, I think. Certainly, he's a more all-round player, isn't he? You know, big, pretty direct finisher, join in all that. Whereas Armstrong's just literally run behind and finish, but very good at it, isn't he? Right, we are off in the second half. It's Huddersfield 1, Coventry 0. I suspect Mark Robbins' team talk would be, if you play the second half like you played the first half, you'll probably equalise. But don't get caught out again. And it was a very good goal by Huddersfield. And I expect the Corberon. Oh, here they come. Holmes into the box. Oh, he's hit the post. Oh, I spoke too soon. Nearly, didn't I? Dwayne Holmes, inside left position. It's a good run, isn't it? He's not tracked at all. Hits the shot across the keeper. Unlucky. We're going to get a really good angle from Sky here. Oh, keeper's done there. Bounces over him. Hits the outside of the post. Well, it's a corner being given. I think he might have taken a nick on the way through there. It didn't look like Simon Moore got a hand to that. If he did, it's a good save. And Sorba Thomas is going to take the corner. In it comes near post, headed away. I was going to say Corberon would probably have been saying to Huddersfield, look, sit in, keep your eye on Todd Kane down the right. Oh, here's Thomas, lovely nutmeg. Thomas crosses in right-footed, poor ball. And out it goes. He beautifully did the nutmeg there. Absolute carnage at the start of this half. Huddersfield have started very well. Dwayne Holmes hitting the post there. Thomas in a good crossing position. Not his normal quality of crossing, but love the nutmeg there on Ben Sheaf. Anyway, we're up to 47 minutes here. Huddersfield 1, Coventry 0. Dwayne Holmes hits the post. Let me just give you your teams quickly. Nichols, Pearson, Lees, Coyle, Toffolo, High, O'Brien, Thomas, Ward, Karoma, Holmes for Huddersfield. For Cov, Moore, Hyam, and no, that's gone dead as Coyle, who does get forward well from left centre back, doesn't he? Chases that down. Moore, Hyam, McFadzean, Rose, Darbo, Kane, Kelly Sheaf, O'Hare, Allen, and got in. Sounds like a great start, wasn't it, Ben, are Tom Lees and Rhodes playing for Huddersfield? Tom Lees is playing. Jordan Rhodes is on the bench. Nat's playing Sheffield Wednesday watch. Ewan, how many points do you think it will take to avoid relegation? I think less than 45. Might be less this season, mightn't it? The way Barnsley and Peterborough go in and with 2 points deductions, I think you might be right, Ewan. We'll see. Just remember, though, last 2 seasons, really, far more so in the 1920 season where everybody started winning. But I'm trying to think. Back end of last season, Coventry got themselves out of it with a nice little run, didn't they? So did Birmingham. Just depends where those teams do the run from. And yeah, there's a reason you go into the last 10 games in the bottom 3, isn't there? Because you haven't been very good for the first 36 games, I guess. They played a whole ton of stoppage time in the Premier League game, so they haven't actually started yet in the second half. Keep comments coming in. Huddersfield 1, Coventry 0. Just to reiterate, I won't be here for the Saturday Super Stream at 3 p.m. Oh, here's a chance. Oh, they've hit the post up the other end. Oh, he got into space there. It was Jamie Allen on the edge of the box in the 10 position, drives the shot right-footed, and both sides have hit the post within the first 4 minutes of this half starting. And I think the keepers were done on both of them, even though it was a corner for after the Dwayne Holmes shot. But Allen hits the post there. Unlucky. It opened up. He drilled the shot. Here he is again, Allen. Here's Kelly. Sheaf. Darbo. Both sides coming super close. The width of the post from scoring. Probably not even that. Here is Hyam. Kelly. Ordering Sheaf around into position. Darbo. Kelly. Floaty one out for Kane. That's a poor ball. Easily headed away by Toffolo. McFadzean picks it back up. Nice touch and control by McFadzean. Corberon not happy with the press. He's trying to wind them up. Post. Woof. Darbo. Given away, is it? Darbo's won it back, actually. Godden getting physical with his man there. Here's Sheaf. O'Hare. This is good from Coventry. O'Hare, little clip in. Not a great cross, that one. High is nice and cool. Touch. It's so poor from Karoma, isn't it? Gives it away. O'Brien bails him out. Karoma rightly apologises. And I think we're going to see the chance now. Happened about 5 minutes ago. They just all back off. It's really poor defending, actually. I think Pearson and Lees both leave Allen to each other. And he drives the shot right-footed across Nichols in the goal. Hits the post. Here come Coventry again. Sheaf's got it in the box. Sheaf knocks it back. Kelly drives the shot. Big block by High, who looks like he's hurt himself. Here they come again, though. It's going to be a corner to Coventry. Big pressure from the Sky Blues here, having hit the post just a couple of minutes ago. Corner for Cov. 1-0 Huddersfield. 51:50 on the clock. Right-footed corner goes in. Headed goalwards by Hyam. Couldn't quite get enough purchase on that one. Easy catch. Tom Lees has gone down. He's beaten the turf. Don't know what happened there. So it collapses in the middle of it. Let's try and keep a watch on him. Oh, did he get someone stand on the back of his foot possibly, or his heel? I think it was Hyam. No, it was Hyam with the header, not the challenge on Lees. I think Coyle is just saying yeah, it must be a little bit of a rake. Cole's suggesting there's a bit of a stamp. Not entirely sure about that. We have to see another replay. I'm sure Sky are now working on getting a super slow-mo close-up of that one. Hopefully, just the coming together, because we don't want to see anyone deliberately raking the back of someone's ankle. Certainly a painful one, whether it's deliberate or not. So hopefully Tom Lees is okay. Mark Robbins is just chatting away to Carl McFadzean. So is Jamie Allen. Talking to Mark Robbins, that is. Just going to see if Tom Lees is going to continue. Sky just showing that Allen shot off the post. Yeah, keeper's well beaten by that. There's probably enough of a gap there between the keeper's dive and the post for Allen to have found the corner, and that doesn't quite. One of those horrible moments, if you've played football at any type of level where you're being run at and someone doesn't engage and you're shouting, go to the ball, and nobody goes to the ball. I think that's what Matty Pearson did. 54 on the clock now. Lees is okay. And Coventry have it in midfield. Good press from Huddersfield. Not great first touch, it has to be said, by Allen. Spooned up and he ended up having to chest it down. Keep your comments coming in the chat. Also, feel free to comment on Man City and Wolves if you're watching that one over on BT. I've got the other screen on so I can react to any goals. Here's high. Karoma crosses in, looking for Ward. Oh, I think the ball was punched by Moore against Ward. And for 1 second then, I thought, is that just going to loop into the net? Lovely cross outside of the foot. I think he punched it against McFadzean, did he? That would have been a sensational own goal. Oh, ouch. Full power punch right into the face of McFadzean. Moore's having a laugh about it now. McFadzean isn't poor guy. He's got smacked. His face is lit up bright pink like his shirt. Corner for Huddersfield. Thomas puts it in, nodded down. Ward. And it, oh, I'm sure a whistle had gone there and everyone had stopped, but they hadn't. Ward kind of trickled the shot and it got blocked out. So that was a better chance than I thought it was. Robert, got to say, Coventry surprised me this season. Don't know when to give up. They've had a nice push at the start of this half. But how many matches have you seen where a team's behind at half-time, they huff and they puff, and in the end you reflect and you say, oh, that was the best period of the game. Coventry do not want that to happen. Darby with the throw-in. Given away by Darby to Ward. Oh, Ward's done well now. Real high turnover here. Ward. Oh, terrible touch by Ward, and he's fouled Kelly. They won the ball high up the pitch, and Ward had about 3 runners, 2 to his left, 1 to his right, and he had a rubbish touch. So now here comes Allen. Allen's got legs on Pearson all day here, hasn't he? Allen cuts back inside, crosses to the back post looking for God, and Coyle heads away all the way to Kane, but Kane chests and volleys easily blocked by O'Brien. Poor giveaway from Karoma there. And it's carried forward by Sheaf. Into the box by Sheaf. Sheaf hits the shot straight at the keeper. He ran all the way through. A proper parting of the Red Sea there. Again, and I'd be furious if I were the Huddersfield keeper. Second time. Someone's just ran straight through the Huddersfield sort of deep midfield there. First time they hit the post. Second one straight at the keeper. I need some goals. Cat looks fed up. Well, I'm sure the most foul throw you've ever seen in football, that one there by Pearson, literally throws it down like that. Ipswich have a very hard game at Wigan, don't they, Jest, hey? Yeah, less said the better about that one. May not end well. Here's Godden, tries to chest it down. Godden bustling. Well played, Pearson, strong enough to hold him off and prod it away. Toffolo clears and then takes out the corner flag. But here come back Coventry. In goes the cross from the right half, cleared. Sheaf. O'Hare, left foot half volley, poor. Completely off balance as he hits that and smashes it. High, wide, and not very handsome. Have men in the box as well there, O'Hare. The only way you get away with that is if you smash it in the top corner. And he didn't. Ollie Turton is going to come on for Huddersfield. Turton is a right back, played for Blackpool last season. So I assume Thomas is going to get moved further forward. And probably one of Ward, Koroma or Holmes is going to go off. Honestly, I've got a feeling it's going to be Koroma. Just got a hunch. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. Alan switches it right. It's into Sheaf in central midfield. O'Brien. Cleared down the line. Fhatthananan gets there. The aforementioned Koroma is currently getting yelled at by Carlos Corberon, which may play into my hunch. And there is, Man City look like they're about 6 inches away from scoring there. Connor Cody heads it off the line. O'Hare, that's going to be a yellow card for O'Brien, a clear pull back there. That's the right call by referee Smith. O'Brien is a good player, but he ain't going to get away with that. Very, very clear shirt pull, completely deliberate foul by Lewis O'Brien, who's just having the laws of the game explained to him. We've done this before, haven't we? Josh Koroma is going off. Ollie Turton is coming on. A great game for Koroma today. He's a good player, but I just think in terms of covering wide, he's not the best, is he, defensively? Good player, certainly, going forward, isn't he? So Turton is going to come on. And Thomas, I suspect, is just going to move forward on the right-hand side with Ward and Holmes up top there. We're also going to get a double sub. I can see Tyler Walker and Iain Mattheson are about to come on for Coventry, who have a free kick first. In it goes. Oh, chance! And it's tipped over the bar. Big chance. Dominic Hyam. It's a good save. Is it on target? Oh, that's a huge chance. To be fair to Hyam, no, I'm not going to be fair to Hyam. I was going to say he had to really climb for it. I think he's probably scored that, shouldn't he? Looked like he had more than enough height and leap to get above that and find the corner. Decent save. I think it's probably hitting the bar, actually, though, isn't it? Right, out comes Darbo. In comes Mattheson, number 18. He'll go and play wing back. So Tyler Walker has come in for Ben Sheaf. So that means Alan will go central midfield and Walker is going to go up with Godden and O'Hare. In comes the corner. Good catch. Easy catch by Nichols with lots of bodies around him. So that was Turton, number 20, on for Huddersfield. Walker, 19, and Mattheson, 18, on for Cov. Oof. It was a bit, wasn't it? How long left? We are at 62:48. So we're coming up 25 minutes left with stoppage time. Obviously, I'm sure we'll get 3-4 minutes of that as well. Mr. E, am I being unfair in thinking that Karoma hasn't really kicked on this season? Yeah, perhaps. No, I don't think you're being unfair. No, I think that's a reasonable assessment. And he was very good last season, wasn't he, Karoma? So the bar is high. Turton into the channel for Ward. Ward gets there. Back to Turton. So he's going to play right-sided wing back. Thomas is going to move further forward. Although it was Ward who was in the right channel on that particular occasion. O'Hare comes deep. Cleared down the line. It's going to be another throw in to Coventry. Mark Robbins with the best lip reading. There's about 4 Fs in about 2 sentences there from Mr. Robbins. Needless to say, he thought that should have been a Coventry throw-in. He may be right. And he made his feelings known. Pearson for Huddersfield into Thomas. Pearson into Lees. Didn't really want that there, did he? But he managed just to play it. It's good football. That Turton back to Pearson and slid up the line to Thomas. Thomas goes down the right-hand side. Thomas puts the cross in. Unlucky. It was one of those where, and I'm going to name 2 great players now. England versus Scotland, Kevin Keegan crossing it to Kevin Beattie, where you're miles out on the touchline. The guy's not in the box. You just have to hit it into the area, and then he has to arrive onto it. Needless to say, Sorba Thomas and Dwayne Holmes, good footballers they are not Kevin Keegan or Kevin Beattie. Check out that goal. One of my favourite, probably my favourite international goal by an Ipswich player, that one as well. Here is High. It's given away by Thomas on the right. And cleared. That's poor clearance, that one by Rose. Holmes has got it for Huddersfield. Turton knocks it back into centre half. Talking of Cov, didn't realise McSheffrey is. Yeah, he's interim boss at Doncaster. Class player for Cov and Blues at this level. Yeah, and good career. 2nd tier level, didn't he, Gary McSheffrey? Dwayne Holmes utters the immortal words, "Ref, I got the ball." A good podcast with ex-referee Keith Hackett on it. And he says every week, don't let the ball distract you when you're talking about whether something's a foul or not. 9 times out of 10, as much as fans and players don't want to admit it, the ball is actually irrelevant in terms of whether something is a foul or not. And honestly, not mentioned in the rules very often. Mattheson, first touch for him, down the left. Rose. Huddersfield got everyone back. Coventry got the ball. Kelly to Rose. Mattheson. Don't think that was meant for Allen, but it's found him. Back onto Mattheson. Mattheson crosses. Lovely cross to the back post. No one's arriving. Recycled cross back in. O'Brien heads away. Mattheson gets another head on it. Here's Rose. Here is a clip in. straight one over the top by Kelly. It was a very, very difficult pass. And it goes straight through to the keeper, Liam. I can't believe my team got rid of Lee Nichols, only as he wasn't good on the ball. That's the modus operandi there at Milton Keynes, isn't it? You got to be able to pass. Or pass better than evidently they thought that Lee Nichols could. Mattheson knocks that one forward. Walker has got it sort of in a deep number 8 position there. Knocks it back to Rose. Mattheson, over-egged that one, didn't he? Plays it down the line. And shepherded out by Matty Pearson. Camera's gone on Fraser Campbell. And it looks like he's about to come on for Huddersfield. So you'd expect that's Danny Ward or Dwayne Holmes all done for today. It's going to be another substitution for Huddersfield about to happen. 69:05 on the clock. They're doing a VAR check at Manchester City. And I think Man City are about to get a penalty because we're looking for a ball, arm in unnatural position, and it's like that. So I think Man City are about to get a penalty. Mattheson plays it in. Walker hits the shot, can't get hold of it. Oh, actually, no, they're not. The ball hits the body of the player first and then hits the arm in the unnatural position. So maybe he's going to get away with that, whoever the Wolves player is. Michel Moutinho, by the look of it. Yeah, he's saying exactly that. He's saying it hits me here and then it hits me here. Remember, in the laws of the game, there is an out there if the ball hits your body and then hits your arm quickly. He's given it. Interesting. So they presume the arm was still in an unnatural position after it hit his body. I wondered whether he'd get away with that one. Moutinho disagrees. Man City have a penalty in the other game. So Danny Ward is going to come off. And Fraser Campbell is going to come on. And Raheem Sterling is about to take a penalty from Man City against Wolves. Wolves with 10 men. We'll just flip to the other game real quick. Sterling against Sa, right-footed. Here comes Sterling. Bit of a Mickey taking penalty from Sterling. Dummies it. Rolls it into the net. Man City lead 1-0. Fraser Campbell just came on for Huddersfield, replacing Danny Ward. And Coventry have a corner. Toffolo throws that one down the line. Cleared. Coventry throw-in. Corberon imploring his side, get up the pitch. Mattheson. Fed inside to Kelly, who's had plenty of the ball in the second half, hasn't he? The Coventry central midfielder. Switch of play looking for Mattheson. Turton wins it in the air, but Mattheson's going to scoop up the second ball. Mattheson stands up Turton, tries to put the cross in, wins the corner. Good play by Mattheson. VAR is not the infallible tool it is professed to be. I don't think anyone thinks it's infallible, Vinny. And look, what VAR won't do is make something that's subjective, which is whether that's handball or not, black and white. Everyone's still going to disagree. Oh, corner goes into the back post, headed just wide again. It's Hyam who had that chance a few minutes ago that it was tipped over the bar. Oh, that's close. That's so close. A much better header this time from Hyam, and he's missed by literally that much wide of the post. Keeper is never getting that one. Never getting it, and Hyam can't quite direct it into the net. He looks at danger from set plays. Here is O'Brien. O'Brien, big one into the channel for Sorba Thomas to chase. Thomas has got it. Thomas tries to beat, I think he tried to nutmeg him actually. Tried to beat Rose at the back, blocked out, and it's going to be a corner. So Huddersfield corner from the right-hand side. Another rehearsed set play coming up. Sorba Thomas going to take the corner. In it goes right-footed. Nodded away. High. Holmes. High crosses in, or could have left that one. Kane heads it back out. Here's Campbell. That must be his first touch. Campbell hits the shot. Deflected. Oh, what a miss. If Pearson was onside there, that is a huge miss. Oh, Huddersfield should have gone 2-0 up there, shouldn't they? Campbell hits the shot. Deflected. To be fair, he did look offside, actually. Well, I don't know whether it was his arm or not. All irrelevant. He wasn't flagged offside. It's an easy header into the corner from about 5 yards. He's put it wide. Would have been an interesting one on the offside debate, but being the flag didn't go up, he's got to score that, hasn't he? Pearson. Here's O'Brien. Knocked down the line. Headed down by McFadzean. McFadzean to Rose. Allen. Rose. McFadzean, 75-44 on the clock. Coventry, they've got 14 minutes and stoppage time to equalise now. Godden tries to slip in. O'Hare, Kelly drives the shot. Big dive by Nichols, but I think he knew that one was flying over the bar, didn't he? By the way, that penalty, whether you think it was a penalty or not, was scored by Raheem Stirling. 100 Premier League goals. Great job. He joins the 100 club. Must be 40 players in that now. 100 Premier League goals. McFadzean just wins that ahead of Dwayne Holmes. Hikes it down the line. Here is Campbell. Thomas. Mattheson does well. Good little battle that between Sorba Thomas and Iain Mattheson now. Manchester City should have gone 2-0 up there. Bernardo Silva has his shot blocked. You're off to St Andrews in the rain, Jay. Standard. I bet they'll still play Mr. Blue Sky before the game, won't they? By the way, if you're off to a game today and you haven't left yet, get a move on. Remember, we won't be here for the Saturday Super Stream now. I'm off to work myself at about 2:30. So no can do for me. I can't go for that. No can do. Hyam. Hyam gets it back off Kane. Sorry, Sheep. Oh, God, they've both been subbed. Kane, idiot. It's Rose. Mattheson. Mattheson tries to play it into the front. His own man, Gordon, gets in the way there. And Huddersfield very much retreating now. One forward, who's Fraser Campbell. And then a couple of rows of defensive shape behind him. Oh, this is Mattheson now into the box. Big opening here. Mattheson drives the shot over the top. It's going to be a corner. Oh. How did he get so free there? Turton got really narrow. Thomas wasn't covering. One touch. It's a good block by Pearson, isn't it? Just throws his body in the way. He knows the shot's coming. And it just loops up and over the bar. He's made a bit of an impact, Mattheson, hasn't he? Corner to Coventry. 11 to play. And it goes to the back post. That's surely a foul, isn't it? Hyam fouls Toffolo. Or does he? Is it another corner? No foul given. Looks like it's going to be another corner. Not quite the 3-2 you predicted, Liam. No. Coventry not being able to force that big chance in this one. In comes the corner again. It's headed goalwards by Rose and just flipped over the bar. Yeah, in SofaScore definitions, no big chances for either. Come on, Coventry. Conventry. A convent. Kelly puts the cross in. Mattheson. It's still alive here. Can they get the ball in from the right-hand side? It was Cade. Blocked out. Cade is furious with that linesman's decision. Tom Lees is crouching down. He got that bump about 10, 15 minutes ago. Might still be struggling with. So I think the decision was that the ball went out. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Fair call by the linesman. Todd Kane disagrees, but I think the evidence is stacking up against him there, I'm afraid. Josh Ruffles is going to come on for Dwayne Holmes. Ruffles, number 14. He's coming on. Looks like Callum O'Hare's coming off. And Jody Jones is coming on as well. So a couple more subs there. Ruffles in for Holmes. And Jones in for O'Hare. Number 7. Jones. Let's just check in with our friends at Betfair, where things are going to either be getting very, very short or very, very long. Betfair.com. Huddersfield, 11-2 on for them to win this. And they've only got to survive another 8 minutes. 4-1 for the draw. Coventry to win, 35-1. It's a huge price, but we did a watch along last night where Brentford were losing in 84 minutes and they did turn it round and win. It's a rarity. Camera's gone on Naby Sarr. Does he need to come on and replace Tom Lees? Doesn't look like it. Maybe Huddersfield will call them the Coventry if they win it now. Oh, yes. There's Bristol City team. Yeah, get your team news in. We've gone past 2 o'clock? Yes, we have. Bentley, Viner, Callis, Atkinson, Scott James, Masengo, O'Dowd, Vyman, Martin, Semenyo. Bristol City facing Hull. Tom, how much do you realistically think we can sell Hamer for in January? I think we have enough cover in midfield not to reinvest there, so I need another striker. 5-8 million. I think. How much to pay for him? He's cheap, wasn't it? 1.5 million, Gus Hamer. Not playing today, of course. Draw sounds good for a cheeky fiver. 4-1, I think the draw was 2 minutes ago. Probably be longer now. Everything's moving by the minute, isn't it? Other than the score is still 1-0. That goal from Huddersfield back in the first half. Very good goal, has to be said, by Danny Ward. Coventry have had plenty of ball and crosses into the box, but not really forced. The big chance Jones hits the shot from outside the box. Easy catch for Nichols. Gets his body behind it and just catches it. Mr. E, doesn't seem like Coventry's form has dipped too badly. Just don't have a red-hot striker as Gyökeres. Yeah, fair point. Fair point. Was Gyökeres' form carrying Coventry earlier in the season? I wonder. We'll never know. Vinny agrees, though. Won't count Coventry out till the whistle. No, absolutely not. There's your Leeds team there. Melier, Shackleton, Ayling, Guerente, Firpo, Forshaw, Dallas, Roberts, Rafinha, Harrison, and James. No Bamford. No Phillips. Ouchie. Allen. One back by O'Brien. Oh, there's a decent-looking counter on there. The ball needed to be angled out to the right wing for Thomas. It was just too narrow from Fraser Campbell. 85-20 on the clock. Huddersfield 1. Coventry 0. I think we had the live league table up earlier. Coventry are going to stay 7th. Huddersfield are going to move to within 1 point in 8th place. Is Mattheson down the left wing. Crosses it. Turton blocks. Corner to Coventry. Mattheson's been fairly decent since he came on. Todd Kane is going to take it. McFadzean and Rose are plotting something on the edge of the box. Here comes the corner from Kane. Nodded back in, headed away by Huddersfield, nodded back down by Hyam. But Hyam has climbed on Toffolo. They've collapsed on each other. And here comes another stoppage. Probably going to take us towards 88 minutes, I reckon, this stoppage now if the players are down for a minute. Mr. E, Swift's hamstring has finally gone, so he's out for today, along with Ajari, Drinkwater, Rinamoto. West Brom hit by COVID. Eek. Blooming new variant. Not good. The stoppage continues as the clock ticks up to 87 minutes. See you later, Jay. 3-0 Blues today against Cardiff. There you go. I hope so for your sake, my friend. And good luck to all of your teams at 3 o'clock, of course. We can't all win, but some of you are going to. Ball cleared down the ground all the way through to Simon Moore, the Coventry keeper. Moore knocks it out to Rose, to Mattheson. And it's a foul on Tyler Walker. And the way they're running forward, I wonder whether they'd boot that free kick into the box from just outside their own half. But no. Coventry are going to try and play through. Here's Rose. Mattheson. Rose. Switch of play. Here's Hyam. Hyam down the line to Kane. I do like Coyle, the Chelsea loanee. He's so aggressive. It's proper old school. Whenever the ball goes near him, he runs straight in and challenge for everything. I can see him getting caught a couple of times doing that, but he's looked decent. No major changes for Fulham. Tetty and Kearney start for Reed and Adoy. Couple of nice players to bring in there. Oh, here's Godden, edge of the box. Godden drives the shot. It's blocked by Lewis O'Brien over the top corner to Coventry. Ipswich 11. Interesting. Pigott and Bon. Walton, Vincent Young, Edmondson, Burgess, Danassian, Morsey Evans, Chaplin, Pigott, Edwards, Bon. That may be a 4-4 F in 2, that one. In comes the cross into the box. Here's O'Brien. Allen. And it goes onto the right-hand side. Mattheson. No Scott Twine and Isa through protocols. Lot of footballers isolating this weekend, isn't there? Oof. Should be goals on Monday. Yeah, we're going to watch that one as well. Looking forward to it. Right, we are into stoppage time. 6 minutes of stoppage time. Huddersfield 1, Coventry 0. Huddersfield, no. They just have to defend. A 6-minute game now. And we know it's going to be attack versus defence, don't we? And Coventry are just going to pile forward. We get another substitution now for Huddersfield. And they are now actually going to do the Ruffles for Holmes substitution that they were going to do about 10 minutes ago, weren't they? But I think they were a bit worried about Tom Lees and wanted to check he was okay before they made the third substitution. On comes Josh Ruffles. Dwayne Holmes has killed about as much time as he physically could walking off the pitch there. Ball launched forward. It's going to be back with Coventry now. 91:35 on the clock. We're probably going to go over 96 given that substitution now. Most goals scored in stoppage time this season, Coventry. Can they do it again? They need to. Here's Mattheson. Mattheson, Diag. Jones picks it up, edge of the box. It's all bouncing about, hooked clear. Allen, Kane. Kane knocks that one into Kelly. Kelly dinks it up in the air. Oh, have they lost Walker? Oh, strange defended by Coyle there. I don't think he knew Walker was going around the back of him and it's punched away. In comes the cross this time and they have equalised. They just do it over and over again, Coventry, don't they? Godden on the near post, 92 minutes and 30 seconds. Coventry score another stoppage time goal. Huddersfield 1, Coventry 1, all square. Matt Godden is the goal scorer. Ask me again who our player to watch for this game was. It was indeed Matt Godden, and he has scored again. It's nicked up in the air. It's a mistake, actually, by Coyle to not get it clear. The ball then goes out wide to Kane. He keeps it alive. Jones touch, crosses in. It's good. And Godden just drifts in there. I think there'll be a few accusing fingers at Levi Coyle, won't they? I was just saying he's defended so well on the front foot today. He really let his man, Tyler Walker, sneak behind him and keep that one alive. And Coventry have another stoppage time equaliser. Woof. Robert's off. Oh, thank you for saying that about my neck. Yeah, it's a long-running issue, that one. Here come Coventry. Could we get a ridiculous turnaround here? Mattheson crosses in. Cleared out by Coyle. Time for a winner. Quality cross. Ooh, draw. 2 minutes of stoppage time to go. Like I said, well, now we've had a goal and a substitution. I think we're going to be going over the 96. Here is High. High out to Turton. Turton gives it away. I say gives it away. Mattheson's snapping at his heels. Just fouls him. Give a free kick to Huddersfield, which, given the way the momentum is going in this game, they'll probably just take their time with this one and try and keep the ball away from their goal. It's Man City 1, Wolves 0 in the Premier League. 89-20 gone in that one. They're a fair way behind, but coming up to stoppage time. Give me a free kick to Huddersfield then. Jamie Allen has been voted by Sky as the man of the match. Sean, Huddersfield fan, Coventry deserved the equaliser. I mean, they've deserved to score across the game, haven't they? Obviously, it's frustrating when it gets to stoppage time and an equaliser is conceded, I guess. In comes the free kick from Huddersfield, headed on by Coyle. It's going to break to Pearson, blocked. And Jones now is on the counter. 95-35. I reckon we've got 2 phases of play left, this being one of them. Here's Mattheson. Mattheson clips it to the back post. Godden, chest down. Godden, oh, he saw his name in lights there. Chested it down, tried a Van Basten difficulty level volley. Well, not even that difficult, to be honest. And just smashed it over the top. Little chest down, float that to the back post, and you never know. 96-12. This will be the last phase of play of the game now. But where's the ball going to drop? Here comes the goal kick. And how long is referee Smith going to go? He's not going to go any longer. Huddersfield 1, Coventry 1. And Coventry take a point here with a late equaliser from Matt Godden heading in. Jody Jones cross in stoppage time. Is a really good goal by Huddersfield in the first half by Danny Ward. Played through the pitch. O'Brien carried it from High's pass. Toffolo crosses in and Ward scores. On the balance of play, Coventry probably had more of the play, didn't create a lot. Huddersfield didn't create a hell of a lot in the game either. There were missed chances. One, Callum O'Hare on the chip. There was a missed header by Matty Pearson, which did look offside, but there you go. And the game ends 1-1. Let's have a quick look at what that does to the table. And then I am, as I said, going to have to skedaddle and head down to London. Coventry in 7th with that late point, level on points with Stoke. Obviously, everyone's got a game in hand, which is going to kick off in not very long. Huddersfield in 9th place. No wins in 4 for Huddersfield. You can see no wins in 5 there for Coventry. I don't know how much further that goes back. So the points total, points per game regression for both of these teams does continue. Right, you lot, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you to our sponsors, Betfair. Thank you to our fan sponsor, who is Luca, today. And I'm going to bid you all farewell. Enjoy the 3 PMs. I'll be back with Dearly Departed tomorrow. That'll be pre-record, but I'll be live with the review at 7 PM. Come and join me for that. And it's a lovely big over and out for me. It was Huddersfield 1, Coventry 1. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.